Do you like scary movies? How about scary games? Because this is Terrordrome, Legend, or Reign of the Legends, and it's all about the horror legends, baby, as Bruce Campbell might say if he saw this game. So, this is based off of scary movies for gamers that love scary movies but want to play a scary fighting game, which isn't really that scary. It's an arcade style fighting game with like designed specifically for horror fanatics. There was a freeware game apparently before this, but so they tried to use like copyright, but this time they're trying to use myths and legends so they don't get sued, I guess. So you can play as like Frankenstein, Sasquatch, Van Helsing, Neverman, Bloody Mary, this, which I think is a play on the copyright of it, the story It, because he's a clown. Mr. Hyde, the White Lady, and then apparently down the line they're gonna add Dracula, Wendigo, Invisible Man, and Spring-Heeled Jack. So these are all legends. It feels like an early Mortal Kombat game, but like sort of like a prototype version right now. I think it's in early access. Lots of dark colors and dim lighting. There are death sentence finishers, but I never saw those. I played a few rounds, but yeah, never saw those. They're like fatalities apparently. There's a spooky soundtrack. I thought the soundtrack was really well done. The look of the characters are well done. I think my biggest criticism of this game is the moves themselves for the characters themselves. I mean, they're just not mind-blowing. I don't know. They seem kind of generic. Maybe that's okay for a lot of people because it seems like people didn't get bothered by this. But and you can also play online or offline. Now, the biggest kicker really is if you're just playing this for fun, if you're just playing this because you love horror movies or games or whatever, yeah, you're gonna love this. But there's no story mode, and I guess it would be, thinking about it now, like it'd be hard to do a story mode with, you know, combining Van Helsing with Sasquatch and Dracula and whatever, but it would be possible somehow. So you have to make up your own story, so don't expect like a super long gameplay session because beyond a few matches is what I felt, because I was good after that. There's just a current lack of combat flow. Like, you know, in fighting games where one move sort of flows into another and like it sort of all makes sense. This game doesn't quite have that yet. Like, it feels like each move was designed individually almost, and like instead of the overall flow for that character. I don't know if that makes sense, but just like fighting games have a certain feel to them, and this game lacks that push and pull feel right now with the fighters. That separates it from like a fighting game to like top tier fighting game. There's a small roster of characters right now. As I said, there's more characters coming. So it's an interesting game. It's just not, like, I don't say this to be mean, but it doesn't seem like it's really competing yet. It's not ready yet. It seems like a great concept. It's just not able to compete with like Street Fighter V or Multiversus, which is coming out, like the big name titles. It is the only horror themed fighting game, with that said. Outside of infamous Darkstalkers series, which has been dormant, and apparently we're never getting another one, which is sad. I'd give this game a solid 6.5. It's not horrible. I saw it and I was blown away. I'm like, that's such a cool concept. It's not horrible, but it needs work on its presentation mechanics. If you're a hardcore horror fan, you'll probably enjoy this a lot more than like the rest of us, not so hardcore fans, and you'll just enjoy more. And most people will try for fun without a story mode or much else beyond a few characters. But right now, I think the long-term game, like this game's got to have something that makes people keep playing it over and over again. And yeah, so if not, you know, this game might drive you mad, and don't worry, everyone goes a little bit mad sometimes, at least in horror movies. So keep on gaming. Ciao.